Today, we'll be talking about how you can create your ideal morning routine that will be a major game changer. If you are anything like me, a wife and a busy businesswoman, and just someone who is juggling a million things, then you get it. You understand how chaotic mornings can get. I've spent way too many mornings hitting the snooze button and starting my day super frazzled instead of focused. Does that sound familiar? If it does, you are not alone. You have come to the right place. Today, I am going to share some tips on creating an ideal morning routine that works for you. This isn't about perfection or waking up at 5 a.m. just because it's trendy. It's about finding what fits for your life, your schedule, and your needs. So whether you are managing a business, a household, or both, like myself, I promise you'll leave this video with actionable steps that can make your mornings a lot smoother and maybe even enjoyable. So let's dive in. Let me tell you something that completely changed the way that I approach mornings. I realized that how I start my day directly impacts everything else, from my mood, my productivity, and even how I show up for my family and my work. Some of the major benefits of a solid morning routine is it helps reduce stress by giving you structure. It boosts focus and productivity so that you can tackle your priorities head on. And most importantly, it encourages self-care, which so many of us tend to overlook. For me, a morning routine is about creating space for myself before the demands of the day kick in. With that, I'm a lot calmer, I'm more focused, and honestly, I feel more in control. So the first step in creating your ideal morning routine is to first figure out, what do you need in the morning and how do you want to feel in the morning? So for me, I realized that I need a mix of calm and focus. I want to feel grounded and I want to be ready to tackle my priorities. So ask yourself these questions. How do you want to feel in the morning? Do you want to feel energized and ready to take on the day? Do you want to feel calm and grounded? Or do you need to feel focused and productive? Once you know, pick one or two activities that will help align you with that goal. For example, for me, if I want to feel calm, I'll usually start my day with my journal for 5 minutes or so, just doing a brain dump of everything in my mind, just to clear my mind in the space and get ready for the day. And if I want energy, I'll sometimes turn on some music, do a quick stretch, a yoga practice, or even just dance while I'm making my cup of coffee. So take a moment and just jot down a few things that you want to implement into your mornings that will make you feel your best. The next step in creating your ideal morning routine is to start small. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to create the perfect routine all at once. You want to start with 2 or 3 simple actions that you can easily commit to every day. And so let me just share something with you. When I first started to create my morning routine, I overhauled my mornings and I failed miserably at being consistent. But that's because I was trying to do way too many things at once. I was trying to work out, journal, meditate, read, and it just wasn't sustainable. What finally worked for me was just starting small. So I committed to simple tasks that was easy for me to maintain and keep up with. An example of something that's quick but yet effective could be something like a 10-minute routine that includes maybe drinking some water while taking a few deep breaths in, deep breath out. Maybe it's writing down 3 priorities of the day, or maybe just spending a few moments in the morning stretching and moving your body. A routine that only takes a few minutes can completely change your mornings and give you the boost that you need to tackle the day. So start small, get in the habit of consistency, and then allow yourself to build in more habits as you develop your routine. In creating your ideal morning routine, it is important that you are realistic with your time and your commitments. So as a wife and a business owner, I know that mornings don't always go as planned. And so maybe for you, you have children and maybe your kids need extra attention, or you're a business owner and you get a call of somebody that's needing your attention early in the morning. That's why it is super important that you keep your routine not only realistic, but that you make sure that it is also flexible. On my busy days, my routine sometimes is maybe just grabbing a glass of water and saying an affirmation to myself while I'm brushing my teeth. But you know what? That is okay. Remember, the goal is progress and not perfection. Remember to give yourself grace and give yourself permission to adapt. Some days will be smooth and others might be chaotic, but consistency over time is what's going to make the difference. Life changes, and so should your routines. Which leads me into another significant point, and that is creating a routine that you can test and adapt. You want to treat your routine like an experiment. And so here's a little insight from my own journey. Your routine does not have to be set in stone. So what worked for me a year ago is not what works for me currently. Try your new morning routine plan for a week or two, and then check in with yourself. How did it feel? Did it help you start the day on the right foot? Adjust as needed until you feel it is natural and enjoyable for you. And remember that this is your time, so make it something to look forward to and something that empowers you to take on the rest of the day. Creating a morning routine doesn't have to be complicated. It's about finding out what works for you. Start by identifying how you want to feel. Then start small, stay consistent, and let your routine evolve as your needs change. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you'll be adding into your morning routine this week? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use a little morning inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.